Hey guys, welcome back. Casey here with Lions Den Investments and Reviews. In today's video, I'm just going to cover some technical analysis on THETA and TFuel, and then I'm going to cover a few articles on price analysis, the roadmap, and where we are with that. Because THETA's had a really good run here lately, and a lot of people were talking about with this mainnet 3.0 launch being pushed back to the end of June. They were wondering if it was the end for THETA. People are getting kind of spooked and selling off, and so you got a lot of people who are like, oh, I don't know if THETA is such a good project now. And I'm here to tell you, um, you know, don't don't even blink at that. Okay, just look past that, because really, at the end of the day, this is good news. They're not trying to rush it when it comes to the upgrades on their network, and that's what you want from a good project. You don't want to invest in one of these shit coins where you know they're just in it for the money per se, and they don't have the investor's best interest in mind. And THETA has, you know when it comes to the investors, they have the investors at mind. Okay, they're not in it really for the money. They want to make sure that this thing works and can change the future of the internet, and that's basically what it's doing with live streaming video and gaming. So don't think anything of it really. I know I read into some articles and what Theta was doing when it came to pushing the date back on mainnet 3.0. Basically, what they were saying is they would like to focus in on more of the NFT marketplace that they implemented here in quarter 1, and then so basically all they did is they took the NFT marketplace and bumped that up in front of the mainnet 3.0 and pushed the mainnet 3.0 launch back to the end of June. So if you got to wait a couple months here, guys, just for the price to really start moving again for you, um, be patient, because this is a great project. What they're doing is revolutionary. It's groundbreaking. They're leading the way when it comes to offloading bandwidth for the higher resolution and video live streaming. And they're the only ones that can do this stuff right now. They've got 2 patents out now, and anybody that's trying to compete with them is going to have to go through their patents in order to even get started. So they're literally going to have to go through THETA just to create a blockchain project that helps improve upon some of the technologies that THETA created for an entire new marketplace. And you got the NFT marketplace that they've created now too for it. So it's going to be really interesting to see what they do with that as well. But just getting into technical analysis here, guys. If you look at THETA, you've got what appears to look like a bull flag pennant here, and I've got a Fibonacci retracement going from the top of this peak here down to the bottom of where this candle is. And if we look at what kind of move we made just within that top wick there down to the bottom here, okay, where we pretty much started the upward movement dating back on March 4th. If you look at the price, we went up 294% here. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm basing this next move up on this previous move that we did starting back here on around March 4th. I believe that's what I said, March 4th. Yeah, March 4th. And then we went all the way up to 1597 on March 24th. So I'm basing this whole next move that we make, if we break upwards and we break this resistance here, you're looking at a price on THETA, if it does anything similar to the price action that we just saw, you're looking at a price on THETA here, guys, of 24.54. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just go out on a limb and say we're probably going to hit about 25 at least. And that's playing it conservative. Okay, it could go much higher than that. Some people are calling for like $30. You got others who are playing around with other fib retracement levels based on the last 2 pullbacks and the move up. They've got prices that are going to hit up in the 4.2 Fibonacci, which would put THETA at like $50. Nobody really knows, and that's why I like to play things conservative when I do this technical analysis for you. because it may not get that high, but I could definitely see it. I could definitely see theta hitting like 24.50. Okay, that's pretty realistic. So that's what I'm looking for. Now, if we drop right now, you can see we're getting a MACD crossover here on the daily. There's really not a whole lot of selling volume though that's really going to push this price down too much. And I personally believe that's because if you look at the Guardian node monitor, Theta's got about 57% of all Theta in circulation tied up at the moment staking. So I just don't see the price coming down too much. If it does, I think we've got a support here. We could come down to about $8.19. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens here, because if we go to the 4-hour, I want to show you something real quick. If we go to the 4-hour chart, you've got Theta touching these trend lines here. You've got it touching 1, 2, 3. It's touching 3 different times. I'll go ahead and blow that up for you a little bit so you can see it. So it touches once, twice, a third time we got rejected and we come back down. That's on the resistance. On the support, we started back here at 1. We came down, we touched again, and then we kind of bounced around the middle, came up, touched it, came up, touched, and then we came back down. So we've got 3 times that it's touched on the bottom support level too. That is a perfect setup for the price to literally move one way or the other, up or down, and with a heavy amount of volume. And that's what you're looking for on triangle setups like this. Is you want it touching multiple times on the top and the bottom. Okay, when it's retesting. If it's just going in the middle and it's not touching and retesting the bottom and the top, you're probably just going to go sideways for the most part. So that's what I look for on these setups, and the setup right now is looking pretty good on Theta. So that's Theta. TFuel, guys. TFuel is really similar. Let me go to TFuel here. Got basically the same type of setup going. Okay, bull flag pennant, and I did the same exact thing with Theta that I just did with, or I did the same exact thing with TFuel that I just did with Theta. So the price range here that I've got is between the top wick there and the bottom where we started. Okay, that's about 47% move up, and that would put TFuel at around 71 cents. Now, can it go higher? Yes. And I'm actually projecting TFuel, especially when the mainnet 3.0 comes out, you're going to get a lot of the TFuel staking being locked up, right? The TFuel is going to be locked up. The supply dwindles because of the TFuel burn. And again, like I said before, corporations are going to be bidding on that for validator nodes so that they can integrate into Theta. And that's going to, personally, I think it's going to send the price of TFuel up way past 70 cents. I'm looking more for like price ranges of $1 or a little bit over $1 on TFuel. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens there come June. Let's go to the price analysis real quick, because this is from Cointelegraph. And if we go down here to Theta, you'll have to excuse me, I had this set up the first time. Here's Theta. We got the USDT pair. So anybody that owns Theta USDT, pay attention to what they're saying here, because basically it lines up directly with my technical analysis. They said Theta turned down from $13.95 on March 29th, which indicates the bears are aggressively defending the $14 to $14.96 resistance zone. The bears will now try to sink the altcoin to the 20-day EMA at 1027. In an uptrend, the bulls generally buy the dips to the 20-day EMA, as it offers an attractive risk to reward ratio. Therefore, if the Theta USDT pair rebounds off this support with strength, it'll suggest the sentiment remains bullish and traders are buying on the dips, which is what we've been seeing all along. Okay, ever since we took off and went parabolic back in like early December. That could keep the pair range bound between $10.35 and $14 for a few more days. On the contrary, if the bears sink the price below the 20-day EMA, it'll suggest a possible change in sentiment, and the pair could then drop to the 50% Fibonacci retracement level at $8.88. So, if we go back here to Theta, I had the top resistance right there at 1437, and I had the bottom support right there around 814. So their price analysis pretty much lines up with what I've got. Okay, but that's the Theta USDT pair. The chart that I'm showing you is Theta USD. Let's go over the roadmap real quick, because here's everything they're doing in quarter two. They've got the mainnet 3.0 launch, elite edge nodes, TFuel staking and burning. Again, this piece right here I think is going to send TFuel well into like 75 cents. I'm looking for $1, a little over that, as my first target price. Then you've got Line DApp launches with Theta integration. Official Theta app released for Ledger and Tracer. That'll be big too, because now they can offload. You can take your Theta, put it in cold storage, completely offline, completely off your laptop, and into like a hard drive. Then you got V2 Edge Compute with expanded video transcoding and encoding. So they're just continually improving on everything that they've already done. And like I said, this mainnet 3.0 launch being pushed back, guys, you know, it's good news to me. Okay, it's bullish because, again, as a developer playing around on blockchain and learning myself how all this works, you want to test, and retest, and make sure everything's good to go on a test network before you go live. Now, worst case scenario, because some people are saying, well, this mainnet 3.0 when it's launched might have some bugs and glitches, and that would be bad for Theta, right? Essentially, yeah, short term it wouldn't be good, but all they have to do is just roll it back. Okay, they can actually do that once they do a mainnet 3.0 launch like this. So if something arises and there's some bugs and kinks they have to work out, they can just roll it back to its previous state. Okay, it's not a big deal. Let's go to the announcements real quick. So here's the latest Theta network announcement. Cinedime now allows customers to earn up to $15 per month in the THETA Tfuel token for watching series and movies on its Con TV anime channel page. Now, anime is huge over in Asia, in the Eastern Asian countries, and now people can get paid to basically watch series and movies on, online through anime channel. That's pretty cool stuff, and I can't wait for this kind of thing to come to Samsung TVs when those start going into your homes. All right. But that's all I've got for Theta and TFuel today. Hold on to your Theta. Don't let it go until it really starts hitting some of your numbers that you want. And again, like I said, you don't want to watch your portfolio go all the way up and then all the way down, and you never take a lick of your ice cream, so to speak. So you want to skim off the top a little bit when it hits these numbers. Take some profits, pay your debts off, pay your house off. Become debt free, guys. It's a beautiful feeling. I've been there myself several years back, and I'm almost there again. We just paid the pool off a couple weeks ago, and that was literally, I just skimmed off the top, paid $61,000 towards the pool. It's done. Now the next step is to pay off the house. And so that's what I'm waiting for. Here's some big news for you real quick. Fidelity, this is just kind of shifting gears and going back to Bitcoin and the entire crypto market cap here, but Fidelity now extends Bitcoin-backed loans through Silvergate. All right. Silvergate Bank will be the second lender to extend Bitcoin-backed loans to investors who custody their crypto with Fidelity. And as you may know, Fidelity offers blockchain investments and crypto investments to 401k holders now across corporate America. So you're going to see a lot more money pouring into Bitcoin. It's very, very bullish from a macro sentiment for the entire industry on cryptos right now. And with that said, guys, that's all I have for today. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit that like button as well. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. I'd greatly appreciate it. And remember, these markets go up and down, and you got to be a lion, okay? You got to have strong hands. So with that said, fear nothing, my friends. Till next time.